Hey guys, it's Tika and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make these fun and festive St. Patrick's Day cakesicles. We're going to begin by making some bright and vibrant vanilla cupcakes. We're going to move on to prepping our chocolate, and then we're going to finish things up with a little decorating. So let's just jump right into this video. So we're beginning with our cake first. I'm going to start by adding some butter, oil, and sugar into a large bowl and then creaming those together for about 2 minutes. And don't worry, all the ingredients are listed below. Next, we're going to add in 1 egg and we're going to blend that just until combined. Then we're going to add in a little vanilla and mix again. Now this next part is completely optional, but I like to take a little bit of Hershey's white chocolate pudding and add it into the mix. So here I have my cake flour and my Hershey's, and I'm just going to take about 2 tablespoons of my flour out of my bowl and add to that about 2 tablespoons of Hershey's pudding mix. I'm going to give this a nice little whisk. And then I'm also going to add in my baking powder and my salt. Now we're going to take those dry ingredients and we're going to add half of them to our creamed ingredients. And we're just going to give this a tiny mix. Then we're going to add in all of our milk. And give another little mix. And then we're just going to add in the rest of our dry ingredients right here. And then I'm going to give this a tiny mix just one more time. And for any of the flour that is left behind, I'm just going to take a spatula and gently fold that in. Now this next part, again, super optional, but I am going to divide this batter evenly into 3 bowls and then add a little color using some bright shades from Americolor and mix that in. Using a cookie scoop today, I am going to take 2 scoops of this batter and place it into my liners. Now these are going to bake at 350 for about 15 to 17 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. The recipe will also yield you about 11 cupcakes, so this is like the perfect small batch recipe. And once everything is baked, you'll have these bright, fluffy, and delicious vanilla cupcakes. To make our filling today, I am keeping things simple, and I am just going to take a little bit of vanilla frosting and add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of this into each one of my bowls. And as usual, I'm just going to mix until I get a Play-Doh type consistency. Now once this is done, I'm just going to set it to the side and I'm going to start prepping my chocolate. I'm using Sweet Tooth Fairy plain white chocolate, and I'm just dividing this evenly into my Choco Maker chocolate melter. And today I am actually going to be dyeing my chocolate. I am using Color Mill's green and lime colors. Now most of you already know I never dye my chocolate, so we are definitely trying something new today. Right away, I noticed that the lime color was not super vibrant, so I figured the green wouldn't be either, and it really wasn't. It was not the color I was going for, so I did add more color, but it didn't make much of a difference. Luckily, I purchased a kit, which I'll be reviewing later, but it actually comes with this thing called a color booster. But for this video, I just wanted to focus on using the products as is, straight from the box. Okay, so this was the color that I ended up settling on. I realized it wasn't going to get much better than this, so we're going to go ahead and start filling our mold. In a small bowl, I'm just going to add some of this darker green. And then to that, I'm also going to add a little bit of this lighter green. Then using a popsicle stick, I'm going to give that a little twirl and then pour it into my mold. This is going to give us a nice little marble effect for our cakesicles today. Now it's time to just work that chocolate around the mold, and remember, leave space at the bottom so that you can add your stick in later. As you can see, there is lots of space down here. Then using a small paintbrush, I am just going to take some of that chocolate that's pulled down at the bottom of the mold, and I'm just going to work it along the sides to really reinforce them and make them nice and sturdy. And then I'm just going to finish up the rest. Now that I am done filling my molds, I'm going to give this a second to harden. Now you can leave them on the counter to harden or place them in the freezer like I like to do for a few minutes. But once everything is nice and hard, I'm going to go ahead and start loading up the cake in my mold. So I'm beginning with a little pink and then adding in a little yellow and then a little blue. You want to make sure that you're leaving some space at the bottom for chocolate because we really want to make sure we reinforce our stick, and we're just going to slide that stick all the way in and finish up the rest. Once we've gotten all of our cakesicles assembled, we're going to go ahead and seal off the back with a little bit of chocolate. And like I said before, that little space down at the bottom that we left, you want to make sure that you really get your chocolate down in there to really reinforce that stick. That will help you to prevent cracking when you remove these from the mold later. I'm going to clean up the back with just the back of a butter knife. And I'm going to do the same to the rest of these. Now once these have had a minute to harden up again and they're all finished, then we're going to move on to decorating, guys. Decorating today is going to be super simple. We are just going to start off with some of my favorite gold luster dust and some Everclear, and we are going to give this a little splatter. And then from there, I'm going to take some of this darker green chocolate in a piping bag, and I'm just going to go along diagonal on our cakesicle with a little bit of drizzle. And then I am taking one of these horseshoes that I have made out of fondant, and I painted it gold. I will leave a link for the cutter that I used below. And then I am just going to finish it off with some St. Patrick's Day sprinkles. Very easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.